And we're back again. It's your boy Rico and my man Nico. How you feeling, baby?
I'm feeling great, man. Thank you for coming to the Nico headquarters.
That's what's up. I'm kind of feeling this like
it feels a little different.
It feels a little different,
One night, like it too.
Yeah, you had anxiety. You were laughing the whole time before we got started, man. You didn't know.
Yeah, I know. I was telling Rico I was nervous and I was really laughing. And then when we started, it all went away.
Yeah, whatever. It's because this is a premium setup. That's what
I know it's a premium setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 15,000 for this one.
Right. Okay.
We paid it in cash.
Right. All right, then we got to talk about it, man. Everybody else can talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to put words to it. We got to talk about the slap, bro.
I hate Will Smith, by the way.
Why you what?
He's on attention seeking help.
Okay, all right.
Wait, you know
what happened? He's what?
Oh yeah, we could say that.
Okay, all right. Let's start from the ground floor and work our way up. Okay, let's start from the ground floor. Work
I'll just build up the content. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
did you watch it live?
I didn't watch it. I was not watching the Oscars. Whatever. No. All right. First and foremost.
Well, no one really was.
From your perspective, do you believe that the slap was real or that it was staged?
A little bit of both. When I first watched it, I was like, that looks like WWE. It's not real.
Absolutely.
But then I saw a couple of YouTube videos just analyzing it, and I feel like the slap itself, it was real.
Okay.
But everything was staged. That's how I mean a little bit of both.
Okay.
I think it was staged, and to be honest, my theory is that clearly, and not only just for the Oscars, but movie awards, music awards, actually a lot of sports too, like just live events. Mm-hmm. They've been losing some steam. So I feel like they just did this to just bring more audience and people talking about them. Then they watch the Oscars more, they make more money and blah blah blah, and they kind of get back up to a little bit.
So yeah, I would definitely. That's
what I think.
I would definitely think it's a lot of just like it is.
Do you think it was real?
All right, so the way you articulated it, I literally thought it was fake all the way through. I didn't even think the slap.
Everything.
Yeah. At first.
That's what I thought.
At the beginning, what I saw was he casually walked up. You see, the joke wasn't even. The joke was nothing.
The joke that he said something about her hair and her hair. Right. Her hair is about cancer.
All right.
No, so that was pretty serious.
She doesn't have cancer. She has alopecia. I'll get that in a second. Okay.
What the hell is alopecia?
All right. Well, okay. All right. Well, Google.
No, I'm curious now. What the hell is that?
And Google.
It's not cancer?
No, it's not cancer. Moving on. So what happened was
I've never touched his house, by the way.
When the slap went down, right? I noticed a couple of things that just didn't really make sense from the aesthetics. Will Smith walked up there in the middle of the award show. He walked up on stage. He wasn't accepting anything that causes issues, right? They were like, hey, what you doing? He's about to present an award. You can't walk. He's telling his jokes, getting through, all right. He walked up casually, and then he went to slap Chris Rock. Chris Rock was leaning, laughing.
When you look at his feet too, he was standing, and then when he started coming up, mm-hmm. He did like a little stance. He put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, to brace himself, right? Then what happened was when Will Smith did the slap, from a physiological standpoint, he didn't counterbalance himself, right? Literally, if you're gonna slap somebody where your hand is, you're gonna raise your other hand and counterbalance, right? So because if you don't have your whole hand down and go like this, in good Italian shoes on a slippery surface, you'll fall. Will Smith naturally didn't try to counterbalance himself. He didn't put his other hand up to counterbalance himself.
I think he did that because he didn't mean to actually hurt him that bad. If he wanted to hurt him that bad, then it would be a punch.
So what he would have did, instead of reaching back like this, he would have been like this, up straight like a jab, right?
Or like you go up and you just
But he did more than that. He put his hand into it. The biggest thing that I realized is that Chris Rock was mic'd up right here. If he'd have slapped him, the sound would have resonated so loudly. You can hear Chris Rock clearly talking.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's the Oscars. Everything is going to be perfect.
Mic'd up. If you'd have slapped him, even a muffled slap, you would have heard it. Ah, it'd been so loud. And he'd have walked off and everything he said after that, yada, yada, yada. That's why I thought it was completely fake. Now, when you said like the slap could have been real and then it was staged, like
Yeah, the slap itself.
like a two-tier situation. You know what? Right, slap could have been real. Slap could have been real.
Slap could have been real.
But everything else could have been staged, tear down theater. So I was like, you know what? That's possible. So
yeah, I like to break stuff down.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, well, there's that. Now, coming from that, before we touch on alopecia, do you think that, because two things could be right? Do you think Chris Rock was wrong? Do you think Will Smith was wrong? Do you think the dynamics around that, especially dealing with Jada Pinkett Smith, do you think that was a setup for disaster?
Well, obviously Chris Rock was wrong too. Okay. But not justifying him, but those jokes are being made at the Oscars all the damn time.
Yeah. They're roast level
sensitive jokes.
Yeah.
They're pretty bad. They're not okay, but you know, they happen all the time.
Okay. Right.
But Will Smith was obviously, I want to understand something. Well, so what was it that he said? He said something about G.I. Jane, as in her cheating with the other guy, or was it something about her hair and her in an illness?
A lot of it kind of teared down for more research when you look into it. So the way her hair,
he said something about G.I. Jane.
So he said G.I. Jane too. So that G.I. Jane was a movie that Demi Moore was in, where she was a woman trying to go into the military, into the Marines, right? So her hair was shaved and everything going in, and you know, Demi Moore's in shaved head, tough, whole woman. It was literally feminist charge on 10, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Jada Pinkett Smith has been wearing her hair low for a long time due to her condition. Okay, whatever have you, right? What happened was he made that joke in regards to G.I. Jane too. Made more likely due to her hair, or more likely due because that was the most relatable thing. Now, if someone will say,
so he was making fun of her bald hair.
Maybe so, but maybe it could go a little bit further than that, because Demi Moore was cheating on Bruce Willis with Ashton Kutcher, who was much younger. So it's a double entendre. It could have meant two things.
Oh, either the sex cheating part or the hair part.
Or the hair part, right?
Oh,
so there's that, right? You can look into it a little bit further. So he told the roast level joke. That's what they do at the Oscars.
Not the first time, and it won't be the last.
Yeah, it won't be the last time, right? When Ricky Gervais roasted everyone, I think back in 2020, he went up there and talked about everybody. Talked about you know, pedophiles and the whole nine. It was hard.
Oh,
it was
I remember
so
that.
rough, right?
That one was good.
Nobody went up there and slapped him because it was like, you just gonna have to eat it, right? So, all right, going back. So you want to do it now? I was like, okay, you know, Chris Rock was wrong. For what he might have been wrong, what he landed on might not have been clear, but there was so many different options. Do you acknowledge that maybe, you think Will Smith was wrong in his bed?
Yeah, 100%. So you go to an event, not even a show, forget about the Oscars, or Academy, whatever the hell it's named. You go to a show where people get roasted pretty hard, and you're on TV. You go in with your wife, and you know people get made fun of. You can get made fun of and then get mad and throw a temper tantrum or get mad or hit people because you know what you're walking into. I know you know it's wrong, but you know what you signed up for.
Yeah, it's part.
So that to me completely frees Chris Rock of any responsibility.
And you know what
of anything.
It's not slander, because they're not saying you're something. They're not up there slandering your name, saying, hey, Will Smith, I know you do this, that, and the other. I know you're this type of person behind closed doors. They're not slandering you. They're basically making reference to jokes and making jokes at your expense. And I don't know, let me ask you this. Do you think that beyond the Academy, because Hollywood gets down the way it gets down, do you think that society is a little bit too sensitive when it comes to that?
When it comes to that, no, I don't think so. That's just disrespectful.
Okay.
But like I said, in that environment is acceptable. It's like, okay, say for example, you go to a comedy show.
Yeah.
Right? It's not your first one. It's your fifth, sixth one because you're a comedy fan. I don't know, whatever the hell.
Okay.
And you know that if you go to the first row, they will roast you. Period.
That's how it's gonna be.
Period.
Okay.
So I actually, the very last one I went to, I said, let's not sit at the front row. They're gonna make fun of us. So me and my mom, we sat at the fourth or fifth, and we were cool. We were chilling.
Exactly.
But the price for the first row was the same. but we're like, we're not gonna, go there.
Yeah,
And then there was people obviously at the first row. I don't know, front row. I don't know if they knew. I don't know, but they got made fun of really hard, disrespectful and everything. So if I knew and I still went to the front row, I gotta shut up. Whatever he says, he talks about my mom. He talks about my hair. He talks about whatever. You gotta take it. So if you go to that event, you can't get mad at anything they say because you gotta be ready. What Chris Rock did was wrong, yes, but over
context.
there it's acceptable. So you got to take it, period, just like everyone has for decades.
Yeah. You know what's so crazy?
If he just does it for attention, I'm telling you.
Yeah, but you know what's so crazy? Because a comedian, Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes, and Regina Hall, they made a joke about LeBron James losing his hair in that same night.
Before, I assume.
Yeah, I would think so before.
I would say so.
And they just said he's losing his hair. They didn't make a side joke about something else. They basically said he's going bald. Like they made a joke about him going bald. And nowhere is anyone talking about that because no one cares.
No one cares, yeah.
No one cares. And
there's a bigger event now, bigger story.
And it's like, and then, you know, from how we know how we get down as far as mental health, I've heard a lot about mental health break and he's stressed out and everything with the other guy. They talk about the other guy and all that. I will say that I think it is a lot of stress because they live so publicly, but there's sometimes you gotta call a spade a spade. If they have a problem, they need to solve their problems and shut down from everything else. You don't have to go to those award shows. You don't have to go. You can accept the award through somebody else. You can get it later. You could be on a teleprompter.
And a lot of people do that too. You know, sometimes they get awards, but they don't go. I feel like some percentage of that has to do with that.
Maybe so.
You know, like they think, hey, I have kids. They're sensitive. We're going through a hard time. Or you know, I don't want to go.
Look, I'm in Ireland because we're shooting this thing, or I'm not.
I'm too lazy to go. I just don't want to go.
That's not my thing. So the producer can accept it or whoever. So there's
Will Smith is just an idiot. That's it. He's an idiot with money. Yeah. He don't know how to do with it.
I kind of look at Will Smith like he came at a moment to where he felt like his manhood had to be. He wasn't protecting Jada. He had to step up in his manhood.
Oh yeah, it's not about her at all.
Because
she said she's cheated on him, or cheated. Whatever that is.
None of that would have happened. That G.I. Jane joke was so weak because it was so old. If they just went on to the next joke, no one would have cared. But when
we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but then Will laughed, and if he would just let it die, it would have been absolutely. We know it would have been nothing. No, would have been nothing. They might have get offended, like no different. Like you said, if I go to the,
I think there's been worse jokes. I think there's been even worse jokes than that.
Yeah, it's probably worse jokes than that.
With lower blows, yeah.
Yeah, but I think about it like if you take that home, man, that dude at the comedy show, man, he roasted me, man. Then that says a lot more about. Yeah, it might be in bad taste, but that's opinions. Opinions are like that, and if other people laugh and agree with those opinions, well, dang, that sucks. As long as those opinions don't dictate your life and say, well, because you don't have no hair in your head, we're not going to hire you for these jobs or take you on these roles, right? It's not like you have implicit bias against you. Like in a lot of instances, man, you know what? While we make fun of Hispanic people, well, yeah, also I'm not going to hire any. I'm not gonna allow you to get a mortgage and a loan for me.
There's a difference, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Because that's when it translates.
Which I'm sure Will Smith and her, they don't struggle with that at all.
Well,
they're doing well.
My money, but think about all those implicit biases and bigotry that people have to deal with. Like I look at a lot of times we make fun of women at their expenses or the LGBT community, right? We could tell those jokes. When Dave Chappelle went through that with the trans community, right? I see that and they say, oh, it perpetuates other people. No, if you don't make jokes at all, people who don't like people from those communities, women are still going to get paid less. Because it's not going to be funny. It's going to be a process. It's going to be a systematic process. There just won't be any jokes about it.
Which takes many decades.
Yeah. If you take the joke away, it's not going to take away the system. Racism is not, if you stop laughing about black and white and whatever jokes, you can't find the funny and the irony in the situation. You can take the jokes away. It's not going to take away the system. Trans, not going to take away the system. Gays, not going to take away the system. So people are going to stop making fun of you and laughing at you to maybe laugh with you or laugh behind your back while they're denying you stuff. And that's
which I think it might be even worse in
those circles. It happens. The blonde joke, right?
The jokes are just symptoms.
Yeah.
They're
The
not
blonde joke,
the problem.
the blonde joke is basically, oh, my blondes, yada, 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 yada.
Like hot blondes are dumb.
Yeah.
Oh.
But think about it. You joking with it out in the public forum, but say you stop joking. No more blonde jokes. People are still going to make those jokes in quiet circles. But guess what those quiet circles are going to do?
Maybe even more now.
Yeah, it's taboo. I'm not hiring you. Oh, well, is it because I have blonde hair? No, it's just that we have more qualified candidates. No, same thing with black women having dreads and braids in their hair. Oh, you got those kinky braids. Okay, you make jokes about those, but when the jokes go away, you judge me and you scrutinize me because of those things you want to joke about. That goes across the board in many things. So I look at the Will Smith saga situation. Yeah, he won the Oscar. Then he let that get overshadowed. He shouldn't have slapped what's the name. None of that shouldn't have happened.
It shouldn't have.
But it didn't address any problems. They have their
it
own
should
problems.
ruin his career, but it's not.
Yeah, but it is what it is. And the joke was made about LeBron James, and no one cared because I guess LeBron James is a man, and that's a problem.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. That's another problem too.
Yeah, because we make jokes at the expense of men. We don't address them. We hear people say, "Oh, you shouldn't say that," but there's got to be a little bit of leeway because we still need men to do certain things, even though our egos can be hurt. Oh, well, egotistical men, you got to be humble. Well, jokes will humble you. That's why when you sit up in the front, or we can rag on each other, we can roast each other. You have to be secure in yourself to know that person up there's jokes don't.
Whatever that said,
whatever
it's not going to define you.
Hey, man, you got a bald head. Yeah, my head bald. My beard's not connecting on whatever. If it's a truth, then it's a truth. It's an observable truth. It's observable truth. And the subjective spin on it is the joke. And you either take on what they say and get offended. You can take on what they say and laugh at it, or you can just be like, I know it ain't true. Or it is true. What am I doing about it? Change it. We go about it. But I think in that instance, in that situation, manhood should not have been defined based on the landing of a bad joke. It should have been shown with poise and control and saying, baby girl, okay, you found it offensive? All right, I'm gonna talk to him, man to man, and be like, look, we're not doing that anymore. Hey, or he's a comedian, right. Or shoot back and be like, man, Chris, hey man, and shoot his own joke, roast his own joke on Chris when he went and give a speech. Like, hey, you said, you gotta say about my wife, like, man, oh man, my wife, losing her hair and whatnot, man, like, man, but there ain't no way to fix those teeth. He could have said something like that, and they would have understood the volume, right?
You thought about that one.
Hey. What does that say? What does that say?
I could just say, man.
But it could have been handled different. We can't tell people how to feel, but from a psychological standpoint, do you feel like people can heal publicly? Do you feel like people can go through
heal publicly?
Like, do you think that they can? Will Smith, that whole situation, that debacle. Do you think that while they're all openly in the public eye, do you think they can actually achieve sound psychological therapeutic healing?
Heal publicly?
Yeah, like they're going through a healing process, but they're still open publicly with everything that's going on. The exposure.
No, because I guess I don't understand the question well. Like, instead of you being hurt by a joke in public, you healing from something by a joke.
No,
that was made in public.
Think about
Is that what you mean?
They went through all of this, right? Now there's some reflection to go on, and now they're going to talk about it and try to work through it, right? Do you think they would be able to work through this process, with Hollywood and society still going on the way it's going on, and still live public lives and disclose everything publicly? You think they can gainfully heal the wounds that were unearthed at Oscars?
Oh, you mean like can they be good after this?
Yeah.
100%.
But still do it publicly. Then they can still do everything publicly and still reach those. I guess they're committed to doing it though.
100%. And it's yes, that too. Mm-hmm. Number one, and number two, society has a very, 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 very short memory.
Yeah, on some things, but they keep real good receipts.
No, it's not even on some things, man. Whatever else as a society we remember well is because we're reminded. That's it. That's literally it.
Okay, I agree.
So it might get a little controversial. So God, you're reminded of that a lot. Mm-hmm. 9/11, you're reminded of that a lot.
Yeah.
The conflict with Russia, you're reminded of that a lot. You don't know that, but it's through movies.
Yeah. Once that's done,
all that. So the things.
Yeah,
People just forget.
Yeah, slavery, the Holocaust, the Confederate flag.
People just forget about that. So what happened with you remember what happened at JetBlue?
No.
With the doctor, with the Chinese doctor, how they beat the crap out of him in front of everybody.
Oh.
No one remembers that. Tell me one person who's mentioned it. No one cares. No one cares.
We're not reminded.
Because you're not reminded. That's it. But as a society, we have a really short memory.
Very
short memory.
Move on to the next thing.
And it's not even about the world moving fast. It's about other things taking that place. That's it. It's not even that, oh, look at technology. No, it's not about that. Just something else happens. That's it. So whatever you remember is because you are reminded. Whatever you don't is because you're not. Yeah. That's it. It's just that simple.
And if you're not applying it, if it's not applicable to what
I guarantee you, not even a year later, but I give it about 6 months. No one's gonna give.
Yeah, someone else is gonna say
it's not gonna get more than 200 views on YouTube after 6 months.
Yeah,
because no one's gonna care
unless they spark up something else. Fair enough.
Which it will. Maybe not with Will Smith and Chris Rock. It'll be somebody else. I don't know, but it will happen. That's just how it works.
All right.
So yeah, I think this will be 100% forgotten.
Fair enough.
No one really cares.
So hopefully they get the healing that they need personally on their own, beyond society remembering it and keeping those old wounds open.
I don't even think that from this one thing they need healing from the event itself.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I think it's staged. I think they need to move on, and as far as like finding new projects to do and this and that, and exactly, and having people forget about it, like society. So maybe that, but not the event itself, because like I know for sure, not for sure, but I know that it's staged. I can just clearly.
Yes.
Security didn't even come. No one. Everyone acted like and he was right in the front row. Why didn't they make that joke when they're up here? Because it's not always the same people in the front row.
Yeah.
So
I'm always wondering, like,
it's all BS.
Was there there was no big gasp? I was kind of thinking it was gonna be like, and the whole crowd would have been, but maybe it's there. I didn't hear the video.
Nothing at all. You didn't even see security try to come up and somebody called them like, no, it's fine. Like, no, nothing. It's just like, you can put that in a normal cartoon. It was just all fake.
Man,
it's all fake. It's not worth it. But hey, it was worth it for them.
Maybe
some way it's gonna help them, because now you're talking about Will Smith. When was the last time you freaking talked about?
No, but Will Smith been doing all his self-help and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe he wants the world to see him as a bad guy, so he can twist it into an angle and then.
Hey, all publicity is good publicity.
Right.
It helps you. It helps you. Like, the way you make your money is you go to work, you do your stuff, and then you come back home, you get your paycheck. The way I make money is I go to work, I do my payroll stuff for the airport, and then get distracted on my phone. I don't watch Marvel movies at all when I'm at work, nor how I take a naps. And then I come back home and I get my paycheck. The way they make money is by attention. That's
and staying relevant.
Is this it? Yeah. The way that LeBron James makes his money is by being good and having people buy tickets.
They missed the playoffs.
So everyone's doing their job. We're doing our jobs. We're doing ours.
I guess.
No, I'm not big into basketball.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey, I got nothing else. Go ahead and say your spiel to the camera.
The whole liking comments and all that.
Yeah, do that.
And it's just pissing me off that this whole stage thing, like, it is so important, and it's fake.
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
And everyone's talking about him, and he's not worth it. He's literally a piece of crap. After what was the latest movie? I think I Am Robot. I think. After that,
no, the last.
What was the last big movie he did?
Not
Bad Boy. Not the last.
King Richard. The movie he just got an Oscar for.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, maybe it was Bad Boys for Life. Maybe there's something in between that.
I wouldn't even count that one. That one wasn't that good. The first two were
great. Just so you know, just to keep this real, the pop filter doesn't filter out thumping on the tape. Just so you know.
Oh, now you tell me that.
I'm just saying, because you was like, it was like driving. You was driving.
No, because I see little things and I pick them up. I don't know what it is.
I just didn't want to interrupt you because you was so.
You could have said that.
Passionate. I was gonna let it ride.
Next time, just interrupt me, man. Shit.
All right. Yep. There you go. So yeah, let us know what you think. I know you probably have already spoke about the slap to someone somewhere in the
million
universe.
times. Screw Will Smith. Leave in the comments down below how much you hate Will Smith.
Don't do that.
How much he loves attention, and
put your favorite Will Smith movie down there.
He's getting.
Hitch was dope. Hancock was dope. My sister don't like Will Smith.
I like I Am Robot.
I Am Robot was all right. It's so funny. I Am Robot.
And the zombie one too.
Oh, I Am
He
Legend.
did that one too.
Yeah, he's supposed to make a
Legend,
sequel with that with Michael B. Jordan, but I don't know about that's gonna happen. And they just canceled this thing on Netflix. See, things catch up to you quick. But Bel Air's pretty dope. But hey,
I
leave a
love the
like,
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
comment, do your thing. It'll be all good.
If they're not watching us, they're missing out. And screw
missing
Smith.
out, baby, missing out. Are you cold?
Nico
Aggressively cold?
Nico headquarters.
Oh my God, here we go. Y'all have a good one.